Want to talk to Houstonians again about preventive measures as it relates to our weather conditions. I tried to be very disciplined about when I go to the public about concerns. The good news is, if we use common sense and make preparations, this should not be a life-threatening Arctic blast. There's going to be very little or no moisture after tonight. So when it starts freezing tomorrow night and into Wednesday and Thursday, the main concern are going to be our vulnerable citizens. So I'm asking Houstonians to make preparations to look out for our seniors, certainly our most vulnerable.
Now holding that press conference about preparations for the Arctic blast. Mayor John Whitmire there. Let's listen in.
Farming instruments are working. And then also use common sense at home with your plants and your pipes and your pets. Certainly your pets. Do not be tying pets up in this weather, in these conditions. So if we hang together, look out for our most vulnerable. Now let me speak to what Houston's doing for our homeless and those that need a warming center. We're opening all 12 multi-service centers. If you need a ride, we furnish a ride working in collaboration with Metro. The Bayland Center in Southwest Houston is being opened by Commissioner Briones. Again, collaboration is working during this challenging weather episode. So, 12 warming centers, all the multi-service centers are open. Here's something that is going to be special during this Arctic blast. When we go to the warming centers at the Fondy Recreational Center in West Gray, we will have mental health caseworkers. Having visited these warming centers in recent times, certainly during the snowstorm, I noticed the anxiety and the emotional challenge for so many of our homeless. We will have caseworkers working with the health department and the mental health department to see that everyone is comfortable as possible in getting any assistance they need, certainly networking with their family members. In Northeast Houston Multi-Service Center, it will be designated primarily for families. We want families to stay together, bring in their young people in out of this weather. And I would ask apartment owners, residential operators. I heard from a family yesterday that their heater in Spring Branch had not worked in the last 4 years. A mother of 6 small children has no operating apartment heater. We still need to do more in this city, working with council to have better enforcement of those that run facilities that are not as habitable as they should be. So, be smart. Look after your family, your pets, and your plants. We do not believe it will be a severe freezing episode. Maybe the chill factor is low as 21, but maybe freezing temperatures of around 31 degrees. But I'm not about to try to predict the weather conditions. All I'm doing is asking Houstonians, listen to the authorities. We're listening to the National Weather Service, and they're saying this should be a dry front. It will rain tonight, in tomorrow, but tomorrow when you wake up, it'll be very chilly and then drop into chill factors in the 20 tomorrow night. Thursday, we will review conditions and have an announcement whether we keep our centers open Thursday night. We will make certain that everyone has a warm and safe place to come in out of the streets. Some we know will refuse, and we'll be working with them, working with Chief Satterwhite in Homeland Security, HPD, Fire, Health Department to urge, I'll be out urging homeless, please go to a shelter. Someday we will address the concerns of those that just flat refuse because the mental health condition is such that they really don't know what's in their best interest. I'm going to ask the fire chief to address safety concerns as it relates to space heaters and carbon monoxide and other precautions you should take.
And you've been listening to Houston Mayor John Whitmire talking about Houston's preparations for the Arctic blast. 12 warming centers will be open, free rides available, and of note, mental health professionals available at the Fondy Rec Center, which will be a warming center. We'll be back in just a minute.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, how long will this take? I'm kind of in a rush.
The last freeze, we were very, very vocal on the safety of those generators and the harm they could cause, which on occasion, death. So we're warning the public and advising the public to please make sure you understand where you're putting your generators. Pay attention to your surroundings with heaters. As anything else with generators, we recommend 20 feet from the house. And as far as heaters are concerned, make sure you keep that 3-foot area between any flammables and the heaters. So please pay attention to that. Carbon monoxide, please pay attention to that too. Understand the carbon monoxide, if you go to our HFD public information page, we have all those safety features for you. But once again, please pay attention to your surroundings and please stay safe and warm. Thank you, Mayor.
The storm is getting here as we talk. It's my goal that this would be the last news conference we have this year, certainly this winter, dealing with the weather. With that, we have our partners of Metro. The Emergency Center will have all hands on deck. We'll have people 24/7 till we get through this Arctic blast. But we're well positioned as a city government to address the needs of the public. Any questions? I understand there's going to be like 2 at each center. And obviously, Abby, it'll be determined partly by the number of people that show up. During the snow, I was at Fondy, and I was concerned about the anxiety of some of our citizens, and there were no caseworkers there, and it alarmed me. Working with the health department and the mental health section, we're going to have whatever's necessary. But I do know the open is at 2. It opens tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, by the way. Yes, sir. Yeah, all 12 open at 8. No, only at Fondy and West Gray, which were our 2 busiest locations during the snowstorm. Topped out at around 200. Total of 1,200 people showed up during the snowstorm. So we're doing everything we can to work the homeless community to encourage them. Metro will give them a lift. There is no reason for anyone in Houston, Texas to be exposed to this weather on the streets if they want shelter. We're providing it. If not anything else on my team, Brian, you got everything under control. The emergency center is at full staffing. Let's go to work. Thank y'all. Let me just talk to him individually. Yeah. Monday? You want me to just do it individually, or does everybody want it? Yeah. El tiempo esta semana va a ser frío y lo que queremos que la gente de Houston reconozca que vamos a tener 12 centros de calentamiento para que la gente, si no tiene un lugar donde se puede proteger del tiempo, entonces pueden ir. Si van a la página de la ciudad, vamos a tener toda la información, pero comenzamos el jueves para que la gente, si en tiempo que se quieren que salir del frío, tienen oportunidad de hacerlo. Sí, el aviso que les damos de seguridad es que por favor pongan atención donde tienen los generadores, si los van a usar, que por favor que le pongan atención al carbono monóxido, porque puede ser peligroso y también puede fallecer la gente con eso también. Sí, no hubo accidentes con todo el aviso que dimos. Gracias.